The final season of Outlander is hiding a truth no one is prepared to face. Because behind the emotional moments, the familiar faces, and the dramatic tension of the trailer lies a silent warning. Season 8 will not let everyone survive. Some characters who have been with us for years may meet an ending more heartbreaking and more unavoidable than fans ever imagined. And the clues are already there, scattered across the timeline, buried in the consequences of past choices, and whispered through the dangerous world Claire and Jamie are returning to. Today, we break down the possibilities that are sending shockwaves across the fandom. And reveal why Outlander's last chapter may be its most devastating one yet. Outlander Season 8 is built on a dangerous truth. Every character is standing at the edge of a world collapsing under war, betrayal, and the unstoppable pull of fate. For years, Outlander showed us that destiny does not protect the characters we love. From side characters to major heroes, the series has never hesitated to deliver losses that reshape entire storylines. And now, with the Revolutionary War reaching its most violent phase, those dangers multiply. No one is fully safe. Not Claire, not Jamie, and certainly not the people connected to them. The trailer hints at the emotional cost waiting ahead. There's a heaviness in the eyes of every Fraser family member, as if they all understand something dark is approaching. Jamie's hair is grayer, Claire looks burdened by secrets she still carries, and even Brianna and Roger appear uneasy, aware that the timeline is far from stable. Season 8 is a closing chapter, and closing chapters often demand sacrifices. But the question haunting fans is simple: who won't make it? The most vulnerable characters are those positioned closest to the heart of the war. Outlander has always mirrored real history, and the Revolutionary War is unforgiving. It doesn't care about bloodlines or love stories. It doesn't care who is brave or who is innocent. And as Jamie steps deeper into the conflict, he becomes a target for danger from every side. British forces, enemies from past seasons, vengeful soldiers, and the unpredictable chaos of battle. Claire, too, faces risks that have followed her for years. Her medical skills save lives, but they also place her in the center of conflict, where one wrong moment could become fatal. Yet the danger isn't limited to the battlefield. The timeline itself has cracks, mysteries connected to Claire's parents, echoes of choices made generations ago, and unresolved storylines from the prequel Blood of My Blood. When the past begins to collide with the present, deaths can happen in unexpected ways, far from swords and gunfire. Secrets can destroy relationships. Revelations can break hearts. The wrong discovery can put a character on a path they can't escape. What makes Season 8 especially suspenseful is how unpredictable the threats have become. Characters like Ian, Rachel, Lord John Grey, and William stand in positions where loyalty and fate pull them in opposing directions. Lines between friend and enemy blur. Trust becomes dangerous, and unseen choices made in earlier seasons may finally come back with consequences no one can avoid. As the story pushes forward, the tone grows darker. The peaceful life at Frasers Ridge begins to crumble under the weights of war. Families are divided, futures are rewritten, and the safety of the ridge becomes an illusion. Outlander has never been afraid of tragedy, but this time, the stakes feel heavier. The characters aren't just fighting for survival, they are fighting against time, destiny, and the final pages of their own story. Season 8 isn't teasing death for shock value. It's preparing for endings that feel inevitable, emotional, and deeply connected to the themes that shaped the entire series: love, sacrifice, and the power of choices across time. And as we continue deeper into the breakdown, the picture becomes clearer. Some characters are walking toward a fate they cannot escape. The tension in Outlander Season 8 is not just about who survives the Revolutionary War, but about how survival itself is tested. Characters who once seemed untouchable now face decisions that could shatter their lives, or end them entirely. In previous seasons, the Fraser family often found ways to escape danger, but history in Season 8 has no mercy. Every choice, every moment of hesitation, every secret kept could tip the balance between life and death. The trailer already hints at fractures within the family, emotional cracks that might prove fatal when pressure mounts. Claire's past, in particular, has never been as present as it is in this final chapter. For years, she believed her parents died in a car crash, a simple story that left her orphaned and alone. But the prequel, Blood of My Blood, opened a door that the main series can no longer ignore. Her parents may have traveled through time, their fates entangled with hers in ways that threaten to rewrite her understanding of family, loyalty, and love. If even one of them appears in Season 8, the emotional stakes explode, and the possibility of death becomes real. Outlander has a history of showing that reunion with a loved one is never guaranteed. It is often bittersweet, painful, or fleeting. The presence of Claire's parents, alive or not, could trigger events that leave someone permanently gone. Then there is Jamie. As always, he carries the weight of survival not just for himself, but for everyone he loves. His strategic mind has saved lives before, yet the Revolutionary War is not predictable. The trailer gives glimpses of skirmishes, sudden attacks, and chaotic moments where danger lurks in unexpected places. It's clear that Season 8 is not just a continuation of their love story. It's a reckoning with history, with enemies who have been waiting for the right moment to strike. Even the Fraser family home, Frasers Ridge, is no longer a safe haven. Peaceful days are interrupted by violence, forcing each character into impossible choices. Secondary characters also face precarious positions. Brianna and Roger, now raising children, have responsibilities that extend beyond themselves. Their safety, like Jamie and Claire's, is fragile. Minor decisions, crossing paths with the wrong person, trusting the wrong ally, could have irreversible consequences. Ian and Rachel are similarly caught between loyalty and survival. And Lord John Grey continues to occupy a space where his allegiances could determine life or death. Every interaction carries the weight of consequence. Suspense in Season 8 is heightened by the unpredictable timing of danger. Outlander has always excelled at creating quiet moments before disaster strikes. A peaceful scene, a tender conversation, or a routine task becomes the backdrop for tragedy. This season amplifies that formula, showing us that the next death may come in a heartbeat, from a source no one anticipates. Characters who seem secure are walking toward the edge of uncertainty, and fans are left to guess who will fall first. Ultimately, Season 8 is about more than just survival. It's about the cost of living in a world where the past and present collide. Every character's life is tethered to choices they or others have made decades ago. The danger isn't just physical, it's emotional, psychological, and moral. And as the season unfolds, the line between victory and loss becomes thinner than ever. In this final chapter, Outlander is asking, when everything is on the line, who will endure and who will be lost forever? Outlander, Season 8 doesn't just threaten lives, it challenges legacies. Every character carries the weight of family, history, and decisions that echo across generations. The Fraser family has always been central, but this season, their pasts and futures are intertwined in ways that make survival more uncertain than ever. Jamie and Claire have faced countless dangers before, but now the stakes are higher because the war isn't just outside Fraser's Ridge. It is inside every home, every heart, and every mind. Danger comes not only from the battlefield, but from choices made long ago, secrets long kept, and consequences that have been quietly building for years. The trailer hints at sudden, unpredictable events that will shock viewers. Peaceful family moments are shattered by violence and betrayal. Claire's medical knowledge will be tested in unprecedented ways, forcing her to confront life and death not as a bystander, but as someone who can tip the balance for others. Yet even her expertise may not be enough. Outlander has never spared the ones we love the most, and Season 8 seems determined to follow that rule. Every character, no matter how beloved, carries a risk, because survival in this final chapter is never guaranteed. Some of the most intense suspense comes from unresolved storylines of supporting characters. Brianna and Roger, though older and wiser, are drawn into the same web of danger that surrounds Jamie and Claire. Their children, innocent and unaware, add another layer of vulnerability, making every decision a potential catalyst for tragedy. Ian and Rachel continue to navigate their precarious positions, and Lord John Grey, ever strategic, may find himself caught between loyalty and survival, forced to make impossible choices. Even seemingly minor characters could face irreversible consequences, because in Outlander, the past is never neutral, and history has a way of claiming its due. Season 8 also uses timing and pacing to heighten suspense. Quiet scenes precede moments of danger, and ordinary routines give way to sudden violence. Outlander has perfected the art of tension, showing us that tragedy often arrives when it is least expected. A walk in the woods, a conversation in the kitchen, or a journey through town could become the backdrop for heartbreak. Viewers are left to anticipate not just who will survive, but who will fall in moments that feel intimate, personal, and unavoidable. The emotional weight of these threats is amplified by the series' history. Characters aren't just risking death, they are risking everything that defines them: love, loyalty, and the hope for a future they've fought so hard to build. The trauma of previous seasons lingers, making the potential losses feel heavier, more impactful. Every glance, every hesitation, and every choice is loaded with meaning. And the series constantly reminds fans that survival comes at a cost. Someone may live, but no one emerges unchanged. Finally, Season 8 forces characters and viewers to confront inevitability. Outlander has always balanced historical accuracy with emotional storytelling, and this season is no exception. The Revolutionary War looms large, but so do the consequences of time travel mysteries, family secrets, and long-standing rivalries. As past and present collide, the final chapter promises to test not only who survives, but how they survive, leaving fans on edge with the looming question: when the dust settles, which characters will still be standing, and who will be gone forever? Season 8 of Outlander intensifies the emotional and physical stakes, showing that even the strongest bonds can be shattered in an instant. Characters who have always been pillars of strength, Jamie, Claire, and even the younger generation like Brianna and Roger, face challenges that push them to the edge. Survival is no longer just about avoiding bullets or swords. It is about navigating impossible moral choices, protecting loved ones, and confronting truths that have been buried for years. The series has always excelled at showing the cost of choices, and in this final chapter, the consequences feel heavier, more immediate, and utterly unavoidable. The danger extends beyond the battlefield. Claire's parents, Henry and Julia, may finally intersect with the main storyline, and their presence could drastically shift events. The prequel, Blood of My Blood, hinted at secrets and unresolved consequences that could return to haunt the present. If Claire learns the truth about her parents, the emotional impact could be monumental, reshaping her understanding of herself and her past. But uncovering these truths also opens characters up to risk. Knowledge becomes a double-edged sword, providing clarity while also exposing them to danger that was previously hidden. Outlander has never hesitated to show that truth can be as deadly as any enemy. Jamie's role in this season remains central, but it is fraught with tension. The Revolutionary War threatens every aspect of life at Frasers Ridge, turning familiar spaces into zones of unpredictability. His leadership, experience, and bravery will be tested as never before. Every decision he makes has consequences, not just for himself, but for the family and community around him. One wrong move could lead to catastrophic outcomes, and the trailer already hints at moments where safety is fleeting and fragile. Season 8 reminds viewers that even heroes are not immune to tragedy. Supporting characters are equally at risk, and their arcs are positioned to heighten suspense. Ian, Rachel, Lord John Grey, William, and others face dilemmas that could drastically alter their fates. Outlander has always shown that history has a long memory and that past actions ripple into the present. Relationships are tested under pressure, trust is fragile, and loyalties are constantly questioned. A single misstep could result in irreversible loss, leaving fans bracing for emotional shocks. Finally, the season emphasizes the intertwining of personal and historical stakes. Peaceful family moments are constantly interrupted by the looming presence of war. Emotional connections are strained, love is tested, and survival becomes a measure of adaptability, courage, and sometimes sheer luck. The final chapter of Outlander isn't just about living through history. It's about confronting the past, understanding its impact, and facing the reality that some characters may not make it to the end. Every scene is charged with tension, every moment carries weight, and the suspense is relentless. By the time the season reaches its conclusion, viewers will be left questioning not just who survives, but what survival truly costs, and whether the Fraser family's legacy will endure or be forever altered by loss. As Outlander Season 8 progresses, the tension reaches a boiling point. Every interaction, every journey outside Frasers Ridge, and every fleeting moment of peace is layered with danger. The characters' histories, choices, and connections now converge with consequences that are impossible to ignore. The series has always excelled at showing that survival comes at a cost, and this final season seems poised to challenge even the most beloved characters in ways fans never expected. With the Revolutionary War closing in, old enemies returning, and secrets from the past resurfacing, danger lurks in every corner, reminding viewers that no one is untouchable. The emotional stakes are amplified by family bonds that have defined the series. Jamie and Claire, despite their experience and resilience, are forced to confront situations that test not only their physical limits, but also their emotional endurance. The possibility of losing someone they love becomes a constant shadow over every decision. Brianna and Roger, now navigating parenthood, face the added responsibility of protecting their children, making every risk they take feel even more critical. The series emphasizes that survival is never isolated. The consequences of one character's actions ripple through the entire family and beyond. Secondary characters, too, play pivotal roles in heightening suspense. Ian, Rachel, Lord John Grey, William, and others are caught in the unpredictable pull of the war and personal decisions that could tip the balance between life and death. Every small choice, trusting an ally, revealing a secret, or stepping into danger, carries weight. Outlander has always blurred the lines between hero and victim, showing that anyone can fall, and Season 8 doubles down on this uncertainty. Even characters who appear safe in the trailer may face devastating twists that leave fans questioning everything they thought they knew. The season's narrative also plays with timing and emotional tension to keep audiences on edge. Quiet, intimate moments often precede shocking events, reminding viewers that tragedy can strike when least expected. Outlander thrives on these contrasts: peace and war, love and loss, hope and despair. Each scene builds suspense not only through action, but through emotional resonance. The stakes are never purely physical. They are moral, emotional, and psychological, reflecting the series' long-standing focus on the human cost of history. Ultimately, Outlander Season 8 is about the inevitable reckoning. Every character faces the consequences of past choices, the unpredictability of war, and the fragile nature of life. The final episodes promise heartbreak, surprise, and emotional closure, showing that survival is never guaranteed and that the cost of love and loyalty can be devastating. Fans are left with one inescapable truth. In this final chapter, not every character will make it to the end. The Fraser family's legacy may endure, but it will be forever reshaped by loss, sacrifice, and the ultimate test of what it means to survive. Outlander is closing its final chapter with suspense, emotion, and a haunting reminder that history and fate waits for no one. The final moments of Outlander Season 8 promise to leave a mark that fans won't soon forget. Every character, from Jamie and Claire to Brianna, Roger, and even the secondary figures like Ian, Rachel, and Lord John Grey, is walking a tightrope between survival and loss. The season has been carefully crafted to remind viewers that Outlander has never been a story where everyone lives happily ever after. Instead, it is a story of love, sacrifice, and the harsh consequences of choices made across generations. As the season reaches its climax, the questions become almost unbearable. Who will survive the Revolutionary War? Who will fall victim to secrets long buried? How will the revelations about Claire's parents, Henry and Julia, impact the present? Outlander thrives on suspense by blending history, family drama, and personal conflict, and Season 8 takes this to its highest level yet. Every heartbeat, every glance, every word exchanged carries weight. Every scene could hold a surprise, and every character could face a fate they never anticipated. The beauty of Outlander has always been its ability to merge personal stories with historical events. In these final episodes, that balance becomes critical. Peaceful moments at Frasers Ridge are shattered by the unpredictable nature of war. Families who have spent years building a safe home are suddenly vulnerable to external threats and internal revelations. The show constantly reminds us that the past is never fully gone. Its echoes reach forward, shaping lives, decisions, and even deaths. Viewers should prepare for emotional intensity unlike anything in previous seasons. Relationships are tested, loyalties are questioned, and the line between friend and foe blurs. Even characters who have been central since the very first episode are not immune to tragedy. Outlander Season 8 emphasizes that survival is not just about who lives, but how they live. and how the choices they make reverberate across the lives of everyone around them. In the end, Season 8 is more than a conclusion. It is a reckoning. It forces the Fraser family and everyone connected to them to confront the truth about love, sacrifice, and the consequences of their past actions. The season challenges expectations, delivers shocking twists, and reminds viewers that history is relentless. Some characters will be lost, others will survive, but all will be forever changed. And as the series closes its final chapter, fans are left with one undeniable truth. Outlander has never been just a story about love. It is a story about survival, legacy, and the enduring power of choices made across time. The final chapter is here. The suspense, the heartbreak, the shocking revelations, they are all waiting. Outlander Season 8 will test every character to their limits, and for fans, it is a journey filled with hope, fear, and the unshakable knowledge that the ending will leave a lasting impact long after the screen goes dark.